Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about a solo gold farm that you can do pretty easily, and this is something that, as you will see, can reward you with a lot of gold. So this is a gold farm that will be taking place in two areas, and in order to do this gold farm, you will need to do a few things. So on each of the characters you want to do this gold farm with, you will need to unlock the different Nazot assaults. So this is something that is part of Battle for Azeroth, and it's part of the last patch of BFA. Basically, in order to unlock these different assaults, you will first need to unlock Nashatar on each of your characters, and then after that you will need to do the few first quests that are part of the main Nazot quest line, and then like that you will have access to the different assaults. So I will share a Wowhead guide in the description for those of you who haven't unlocked all these different assaults. Keep in mind, this is not something that is shared between your accounts, so you will have to do it on each of your characters. Also, if you are thinking maybe this is not worth my time only to make some gold, keep in mind that also during this event you will be able to get tons and tons of mounts. So for instance here, when there is this specific assault that is up, as you can see, you will be able to get all these different mounts. So there is definitely other reasons than just making gold that are cool with these different assaults. And for this reason, I would recommend you honestly to consider unlocking it on a few of your characters. So basically, when you unlock these different assaults, you will have two main areas that will be impacted by the assaults. So the first one is the Veil of Eternal Blossom in Mist of Pandaria. In order for you to be in the current version where there is the assault, you will need to go here and talk to Zidormi in order to make sure to be in the present time. And then the other area is Uldum, and as you can see, you will also have assaults right here. And again, in order to be in the present time and see the assault, you will need to talk to Zidormi in Ramakan. So you will have two main type of assaults. Basically, every week you will have in one of the two zones the Black Empire assault, and this one will be in the zone for the entire week. So then on the other zone, you will have different type of smaller assaults that will last for up to 3 days each time. And these assaults have each time different type of rares and different type of rewards that you can get from completing activities during the assault. So for instance, as you can see in the Veil of Eternal Blossom, when the Black Empire is not up, you will have the Warring Clans and the Endless Swarm. And then in Uldum, when the Black Empire is not up, you will have the Amatet Advance and the Akir Unearthed. So basically it means that, for instance, if you want to get some items that are linked to the Akir Unearthed Assault, you will only be able to do it once every 2 weeks for 3 days. So this is why this is something that I would recommend you to do it right now, because this assault is up in Uldum, as you can see. Now, how you can make some gold during these different assaults is pretty simple. Basically, each time you will have some rares that again will be specific to each assault, and some of these rares will have a very small chance at dropping some pretty rare pets, and then you can learn and cage these different pets and sell them on the auction house for, as you will see, a lot of gold. So the first one that's probably going to be the most interesting one is Stinky Sack, that is basically allowing you to summon Rot Breath, and this one will drop from Lord Ashkiraj. So in order to kill Lord Ashkiraj, you will have to go in the north of the map, and you have to enter this temple right here. And as you can see, when you're inside, you want to go really at the bottom of the temple, and then at this specific location, you will have a chance at finding this rare. This rare can take up to 2 hours of respawn, so sometimes you will have to wait a little bit, but keep in mind you can just leave your character and you can only kill it once per day per character. After that, you won't be able to loot it anymore. Next to that, you also have the Black Citinous Plate that will allow you to summon the Akir Tunneler, and this one will drop from Skixtras, and as you can see, this is a bug that you will be able to find at this specific location at the southern part of the map. Then, right now and for the rest of the week, you will also be able to go in the Veil of Eternal Blossom, and here you will have two rares that are also really interesting. So the first one is basically gonna be this one right here, and this is the Forgotten. So the Forgotten will have a chance at dropping Cuddly. So you will be able to find him here in the middle of the map, and he will be on a platform flying in the sky, so just make sure to fly there. And like that, you will have a chance at finding him and killing him. And then next to him, right here, as you can see, you will be able to find the Wheel of Nazot. And this rare will have a chance at dropping the Corrupted Tentacle. Finally, next week, you will have the Black Empire Assault in Uldum. And so here you will be able to kill the Amalgamation of Flesh that will have a chance of dropping the Weak Lurker pet. So now let's talk about the average value for some of these different pets. And keep in mind, of course, these are pets, so probably it will take a little bit of time for you to sell some of them, but it's always good to have some of them up on the auction house. So for Rot Breath, which again is the most interesting one, as you can see on European realms, the average value is going to be between 185 to 218,000 gold on average. Then after that, on North American realms, it's going to be 692 to 636,000 gold on average. So here, if you're playing on US realms, you will be able to really make a lot of gold if you manage to get your hands on this pet. Then let's talk about, for instance, Cuddly. So Cuddly, as you can see on European realms, is basically going to be around 95 to 96,000 gold on average. And then on North American realms, it's 241 to 210,000 gold on average. And then the last one I used as an example is the Weak Lurker. So this one is not as interesting, as you can see, 65 to 68,000 gold on average on European realms and 233 to 244 on North American realms. So still, especially on North American realms, these pets are selling for tons and tons of gold. But again, keep in mind, it will take a little bit of time for you to sell them. But remember one thing, as these are pets, it means that basically you can cage them and sell them anywhere in your region on any auction house. So what you should do is really try to find a realm where there is a pretty high population and where the value is not too bad. And then you want to make sure to cage and then sell the pet on this specific realm. Again, the reason why these different pets are selling for that much gold is simply because, first of all, they're pretty rare, so they will only drop very, very rarely when you kill these different rares. And then some of the different assaults, like the one currently up in Uldum, are only up, as I mentioned, every 2 weeks for 3 days. And you can only kill these different rares once per day per character, and you will need on each of your characters to have unlocked the different Nazot assaults in order to have even a chance at finding the rare and killing it. So for this reason, there's only a few people doing that, and that's the reason why these pets are so rare and so valuable. Now, next to that, I also want to mention a few other things that you will be able to get when doing these different assaults. So first of all, as I did already mention, you will have a chance at getting different type of mounts. So the best moment to get mounts is when there is the different assault, the smaller ones in the Vale of Eternal Blossom, and there is the Warring Clan. So here, as you can see, you will have this one right here, this other one, this one, and even more of them. So really, I would recommend you to do that if you haven't completed all these different mounts already. Then you also have some in Uldum, especially when there is the Amatet Advance. As you can see, you will have, for instance, this one right here, the Waste Marauder. And then during the Akir Unearthed, you will also have Corpse Eater that will drop the Malevolent Drone. So you can currently farm this mount, and the Corpse Eater rare will be located just here in the middle of the map. After that, next to all these different mounts, you will also have some pretty cool transmog items. So for instance, here as you can see, these are some of the weapons that you will be able to get from this Akir Unearthed assault. Then same with some other ones, you will have other type of really cool transmog items. So for instance, during the Warring Clans, you will have these ones right here, this really cool shield, this really, really nice one-handed axe, and then for instance, this one right here. And finally, the last category of items that you will also have a chance at getting are all the different pets. So for instance, here during the Black Empire, as you can see, you will have this toy right here. You will also have this one right here. So you will definitely have plenty of other things to do once you unlock all these different assaults. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you will be able to make some gold with this gold farm. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye.